Are you having difficulty breathing, or do you feel like you're doing very shallow breathing? It's difficult to get a deep breath and you're just really struggling and trying to figure out, how do I breathe correctly? Or let me ask that question another way. Do you have a lot of upper neck and shoulder tension that you feel like you just can't relieve even if you try to work out or exercise or do something like that? Well, chances are good then that you're having difficulty getting a deep belly breath, or a diaphragmatic breath is like the official term for it. So this is what we're going to talk about today. It's really, really important that we use the diaphragm, which is the huge muscle that allows us to breathe correctly, because it takes stress off the smaller muscles, which are in the neck and shoulder. So the diaphragm is a dome-shaped muscle that sits at the bottom of the lungs, and it helps to keep the abdominal cavity away from the lungs, which is a good thing. We don't want those things getting combined. However, it's also this huge muscle that really helps us to be able to breathe correctly. Now, you do have what we call the accessory muscles of respiration. Those muscles are the ones that are up here in your neck and shoulders. Now, those are the ones that are supposed to be activated during fight or flight. So, I see a bear, I want to run away. That's what you're supposed to be using, is those accessory muscles, because they help to lift up the lungs so that you get more oxygen so you can run away. However, in our society today, many people find themselves using these accessory muscles of respiration for their primary breathing. You know this is you if you tend to breathe through your mouth regularly throughout the day. You know this is you if you tend to have a lot of neck and shoulder tension. You know this is you if you have difficulty sitting up straight or standing up straight and you find yourself slouched forward throughout the day. If any of these sound like you, then I definitely encourage you to follow along with our exercises. This is the first one that we're going to be doing, but we'll have others following along in this series to really help you learn how to use that diaphragm regularly. Now, when we're starting with the exercises, I have you practice laying down on your back, and I have you just doing them a couple times throughout the day. However, as you get really good at it, what we actually want is for you to be doing this all during the day. This is actually how you should be breathing, to decrease the tension on the upper neck and shoulders, to be able to open up that chest and get into that correct posture. Are you ready to start? Okay, here we go. First thing, when you're starting, I want you to lay down. Why? You may get a little lightheaded when you start doing this initially, because most people aren't used to actually using their diaphragm when they're breathing. The next thing I want you to do is breathe in through your nose, long and slow, taking a deep belly breath. You're trying to make a bubble with your belly. So you're really trying to get this expansion in through your belly, and you should be able to see it if you can kind of look down. Don't lift your head up though, that could hurt your neck. But if you kind of look down, you should be able to see your belly. You can also put your hands on your belly so you can feel it actually lifting up. Then after that, you're going to breathe out through your mouth like you're blowing out a birthday candle. So breathing in and out. In, belly rises, and out. Now, this should also be really relaxing. This shouldn't calm everything down, because when you're activating your diaphragm, you're activating your vagus nerve, and your vagus nerve is your chill out nerve. So this is a really great exercise to do right before you go to sleep. You're already laying down. It's pretty easy to just bend your knees up, put your hands on your belly, do 10 to 15 breaths, and you'll have a better night's sleep as well. All right, so that's the first one. We're going to move on to the next one in the next video. So watch for that, and you'll learn how to progress this belly breathing so that you can do it all day long. Have a great day, everyone.